what's going on, what's shaking, what's happening, what's going on. Yeah, have fun. So, The Terror is a public domain movie. It's public domain. And let me see here. Let me just go to this list that I have because yes, The Terror, 1963, Robert Corman, missing copyright registration. Now there's a movie called The Return of the Terror that is The Terror with 12 additional minutes with Dick Miller, by the way. Dick Miller added the 12 minutes. And it's called The Return of the Terror, and that was their way to try and reclaim the copyright. But so what I received was a warning. I didn't get a strike, but they're like, this is licensed material. You're not allowed to play it. So we gotta figure something else out for these Sunday members only shows because Chef is in the house. Because I can't keep taking chances on getting copyright strikes on these movies that are clearly public domain. The Wasp Woman is another one I could probably show. It's public domain. Topper Returns, The Terror of Tiny Town, which is actually a pretty amazing movie. It's a Western with all little people. A Star is Born from 1937. Sin Takes a Holiday, not a bad movie. The Screaming Skull, Santa Fe Trail, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Yeah, I'm not joking. Rock, Rock, Rock. The Road to Bali, which is a Hope and Crosby movie. I think it's the last one, maybe. No, it's the next to the last one. Reefer Madness. Quicksand. A movie named Quicksand. That's Plan 9 from Outer Space. But I've tried to find that, and I can't find it in any of the public domain spaces, so it's probably not now, somehow. The Outlaw was a movie Howard Hughes made with Jane Russell in it. That because Jane Russell was busty, he invented a new kind of bra. There you go. Of Human Bondage, that's another one. We already did Night of the Living Dead. My Man Godfrey, which I almost made the movie today, but I couldn't find a full version of it. We already did My Favorite Brunette. And we didn't have any problem with this other stuff. McClintock, only that music score is still, The Man with the Golden Arm, Sinatra movie that he tries to not get anybody to watch, or tried to. Little Shop of Horrors, The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, which you've seen remade as The Omega Man and I Am Legend. The Joe Louis story, the Jackie Robinson story, It's a Wonderful Life. The Inspector General with Danny Kaye, very funny movie. Hunchback of Notre Dame, House on Haunted Hill, Hook, Line, and Sinker, but not the good one. His Girl Friday, another great movie. Gulliver's Travels, another great movie. Glenn or Glenda, which is just an absolutely messed up Ed Wood movie. The Front Page, another great, God, that's a good movie. A Farewell to Arms, Father's Little Dividend. We watched DOA the last time we did this. Dementia 13, which is actually a movie very similar to The Terror that we just saw in terms of being low budget. Debbie Does Dallas, hey now. Cyrano de Bergerac, The Chase. Oh man, I didn't realize The Chase was Charade. The music's it's a musical and the music's still copyrighted, so it's not even worth watching. Bucket of Blood, The Brain That Wouldn't Die. Beat the Devil, a John Huston movie. Attack of the Giant Leeches, Angel and the Bad Man, John Wayne movie. Amazing Mr. X, Abraham Lincoln. Africa Screams with Abbott Costello. So there supposedly are some out there. I think everyone would agree. Would agree what? Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, says Joker. I vote for It's a Wonderful Life. Well, see, here's the thing about that. The music in It's a Wonderful Life is copyrighted. The movie isn't, but the music is. So if I play the music on here, I'll get nailed for it. It's scary to risk your channel over it. I'd be miserable if it went down. What happened? I got a warning for a copyright violation for this movie. For some reason, I can't figure out what, because there's only like 2 minutes of the music for this that hasn't been copyrighted. That has been copyrighted. And we hadn't reached that point in the movie yet, so I don't know what's going on, other than I didn't get a copyright strike. Just a warning. But I can't keep risking these public domain movies that are public domain everywhere in the world except on YouTube. So we got to figure out something else to do for these watch parties. I don't know whether I can find I have to find things that aren't copyrighted, things that are just exist in the world for free. I'll do some research. Island of the Shrews. It was Attack of the Killer Shrews. Is that what you're thinking of? SG Fanboy, the living legend, is here. Rumble Movies, I'm afraid. Well, it may come to that. It may come to that. But then it's not a members only thing. I might. But let me do some research. There's got to be some source out there in the world of, hey, you don't have to worry about this. Let's see. Do a silent movie. Well, Joker, there's a ton of movies before 1928 that everything about them is public domain. But they're 99% of them are silent, and they're kind of unwatchable at the lengths that we're talking about here. So I'd love to get some old trade movies like Plastics and You, those old things. I bet you I can think of a few of them, ephemeral films about hygiene, things of that nature. Let me see what I can do there. But what a kick in the gannolis to just be, you should get some sort of notification through StreamYard or something. Or even just through YouTube, because I went and checked YouTube twice and it didn't say there was anything wrong. And then the third time I checked, the movie wasn't there anymore. They removed it. So, educational movies, yes. Maybe just do a show your shirt off. Well, I don't know what that would, anyway. I have my Indy 11 shirt on today. They're in the Final Four of the U.S. Open Cup amongst the big boys from Major League Soccer. So that's what's going on with that. Like to report that those artesian wraps, which I've had before, were not as good as the ones I'd had before. All the other stuff's still really good. So, yeah. So I apologize for that, but I don't know why I'm apologizing, because it's not really my fault. Incidentally, the Terror, really? Somebody's enforcing the copyright on the Terror? All right. Maybe do a show with your shirt off. I know, I saw it the first time. I don't think that would get us any... Maybe I could just do this all day like John. Hey, look at the guns! Look at the guns! My good friend Toby McGrovey says, no worries, Tom. It was good to hang with you guys. Looking forward to the next time when we can be sure your channel won't be at risk. Yeah, me too. Me too. That will be nice. Now I don't know what happens. It's like 1:30 on a Sunday. I got nothing to do now playing. Seemed it needed clarification. You know, I have still some English Football League, which is the league just below the English Premier League, match highlights, which are about 10 minutes, 13 minutes to watch. And then there's also been some English Premier League today that I have to watch. And there might be some Major League Soccer highlights to watch. So I got a big day ahead of me. Bye, says Tony. Hey, Terry, you know what else? I'm going to watch a movie today later on. Some of you may have seen it, and I haven't seen it probably in 5 or 6 years. And I just want to watch it again. It's with Patrick Swayze, and it's called Next of Kin. Anybody seen that? Anybody seen that one? It's got Liam Neeson in it, too. And Helen Hunt, a very early Helen Hunt. I think it's Helen Hunt. Pretty sure it's Helen Hunt. It's called Next of Kin. And it's about Patrick Swayze. Oh, Terry Nee says, yes, great movie. It's about Patrick Swayze, who's a hillbilly. He's from down in the hills and the hollers. He's from the backwoods. I'm talking people living in corrugated tin houses and all of that, making their own shoes. And I mean, hillbillies drinking shine out of a ball jar. We're talking hillbillies, right? Next of Kin, never heard of it. I'll check it out. Oh, God, go see it right now. I think it's free on one of the free streaming channels. So he moves to the big city, I think Chicago, although I'm not positive about that. Meets Helen Hunt. She's a classical violin player, I think. And, of course, he just plays the fiddle. And he's got brothers, Patrick Swayze does, one of whom is Liam Neeson. And one of whom, I think, is Bill Paxton. If it's not Bill Paxton, it's a schmarmy, Bill Paxton-esque character. And Terry Nee says, city folk didn't know what hit them. You're damn straight. So the Bill Paxton brother gets killed. He's doing stuff for the mob, and he skims off the top. He does something that makes the mob mad, and he gets killed. And Patrick Swayze, and this is up in Chicago, Patrick Swayze has to investigate it, and he is pissed off. And when Liam Neeson, who's still back in the hills and the hollers, finds out what happened, he also comes to Chicago. And they start getting busy with the mob. And that's all I'm going to tell you. It's a damn fine movie. I'm getting excited right now just knowing, watch a bunch of soccer, then watch Next of Kin. Yeah. So the Tom Gully Show recommended movie of the weekend is Next of Kin, starring Patrick Swayze. I'd play the trailer, but they'd probably nail me for a violation, even though trailers were meant to be general distribution. And here's another thing. There's a lot of these government films from the 30s and 40s and 50s that'd be fun to show. somebody told me a few of those are copyrighted. And it's like, hey, guess what? Publicly released U.S. government films are meant for general distribution. It doesn't matter what the copyright on them is, because the owners have said anybody can have this, use it for whatever you want. Compounded by the fact, who paid for those films? And you. We did. Those are our movies. And you want to, Terry Nee cemetery scene. Oh, yeah, the big scene at the end. Randy, White Castle sounds good today. Randy, saying that to me, one of the greatest lovers of White Castles in the history of White Castles, when I'm living far, far from even the hope of a White Castle, this is very cruel. My only thing is that maybe I could go, well, see, no, I can't do that either. You can go get the frozen ones at the store, but I don't own a microwave. I don't microwave any of my food. So that's the only real good way to cook the store ones. If you nuke them and then put a pickle in them and nuke them some more, it's not exact, but it's close enough that you go, White Castle. Almost sounds like Out of the Furnace with Kristen Bale. I've never seen that, but Next of Kin, it's good. You believe in the hereafter? Then you know what I'm here after. It's funny. Walks in on that big card game all the gangsters are playing. Yeah, you guys aren't gambling, are you? Oh, we're just playing for fun. Well, what's this here? Oh, I don't know. That was just there when I got here. Oh, well. Who's Vinny? Which one of you is Vinny? Man, I tell you what, you're kicking ass taking names, little brother. But if it doesn't belong to any of you, then he rips it up, so all their records are gone. Who won who? Yeah. Anyway, I make boiled hamburgers, then grilled them. I've heard of that, but I've never experienced it. Jokerfish says, oh no, I put too much pickle juice in my espresso martini. Well, that's another thing. Because when I lived in Utah, there was a microwave in my place. I didn't get it myself. It was just there when I got there. And I would get White Castles just to try and feel like I was close to civilization. And I'd nuke them, and at a certain point, sometimes you run out of the dill chips, the pickle. But if you save the juice, you can open those babies up and just pour a little of the juice on the crown, the bun, on the inside of it, and put it back on the top. It's still damn good. Terry Nee says he saw this film in college. In college, he did. Let me see if I can do a little something for you guys. I feel bad. Poop. There we go. 1989. Next is a film. Adam Baldwin's in it, too. Ben Stiller is also in this movie in a very, very early role. Early Ben Stiller role. We are talking early, Daddy-O. We really are. You gotta save pickle juice. Many uses. Yeah, you can windshield. Can't clean windshields or something with it. It's acidic as all get out, so you gotta be able to do something with it, I guess. Speaking of acidic, I still haven't cleaned I still haven't done the treatment to the headlights on my Jag. I guess I could drag my ass outside and do that, but I'm not. But really, we all know that's not going to happen. That's simply not going to happen. What the hey? We'll see if I can get you guys a little production value here. Except my computer's now choosing to go real slow. Thanks. Thanks, computer. Good one. There we go. Man, I just downloaded that thing. What the hell is going on here? Don't make me download that damn thing again. Poop. It's going to make me download it again. Maybe I can figure out a way to send you some. That's okay. I could order them. They ship them on planes and everything. Hasidic? No, acidic. Tom, can you do a show about Wild Man Larry Fisher? He's a forgotten talent. Well, by God, I'll write it down on the list. It's on the list. Oh, here we go. Finally showed up. Oh, the things I have to do. Okay, so this is every single visual that I show you guys probably started off as a JPEG. I have to take it. I have to open it up in another application. Usually I have to change the size. I don't know if SG is still here, but I have to have a width of 600 DPI. And the height, I don't care what it is, but that width has to be 600. So I usually have to resize it. And then I have to export it out as a PDF, every single picture, which, it's not difficult. It's not like arduous, but it's a big pain in the ass, man. Big pain in the ass. That's every single thing. Julian Zeezer with the salute. Uncle Jack said, who pegged Jay? Jay who? I don't know who. I'm not hip to what you're saying. And I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm just saying, I don't know what you're talking about. Who pegged Jay? Oh, Jokerfish is Jay. Is that it? I didn't know anybody had pegged. I've been busy this. I haven't been keeping up, so I don't. I really Dabbleverse wise, I don't know who's pegged who this weekend. All right, here we go. There we go. Finally. There's your movie, Next of Kin. Highly recommend it. Jokerfish. Happy birthday, Terry Nee. Terry Nee's birthday was back in the spring. Uncle Jack, what's happening? Yeah, Uncle Jack's Jack Shack. Better check that out if you haven't. You're missing out if you're not watching that, folks. But Next of Kin. A Chicago cop from the hills of Kentucky hunting his brother's killer, seeking justice country style. Uncle Jack says, Lolmo, Tom, you mentioned JPEG, and I was just wondering who did that. Oh, JPEG. I got you. Hey, it's John's ear mites. Hey now, Tom Golly. Yeah, we're just doing a show. Our members show I was showing a public domain movie and it gave me a warning for a copyright violation. And not the kind that says, hey, don't worry about anything. You're cool. This isn't a strike. It's the one that says, hey, this may be just a mistake, so we're going to warn you. But if you do it again, it's going to be a copyright strike. And then they make you take a 7-question quiz, which I did, by the way, already. And if you take it and get all 7 right, your warning disappears after like 90 days or 60 days or something. But I can't be getting no copyright strikes. I just can't. It's not in my nature. When did that become a saying? John says it like every 3 seconds, and it's just not in my nature. What? It's like about 10 years ago when people started talking about their journey. Well, it's just another part of my journey. Journey? Are you going to Amsterdam or something? Journey? You mean your life? Lifestyle? What? Journey? Get over yourself. This is a pop quiz. Yeah. Did you ace that test, Tom? You bet I did. Strikes are too unforgiving. Well, it's like they should. Oh, John's Earmites is a brand new member of the Tom Gully Show. Hey, John. You'll enjoy our Sunday members only shows when Facebook, YouTube doesn't shut them down. Chris Abels says, Tom Gully. Yeah, Chris Abels. Yeah, Chris Abels. Chris Abels. I don't even do a show on Wednesday or Friday because I want Chris Abel's show to be completely unfettered and, you know. So I don't even do shows on those 2 days. Then I get up on Sunday to do my members only show. Who's streaming? Right when I'm doing it. Yeah. Chris Abels. You broke my heart. No, I'm kidding. I don't give a shit. You broke my heart. I knew it was you all along, Fredo. Hey, I'm a member over here. I'm over here now. Well, SJ isn't part of the natural order of things. It's just my nature. Tikal. Oh, yeah. Tikal, Chris Abels. Chris Abels. Sorry, brother. Don't worry about it. I'm joking. And when I said that your last show, not this morning's Let's Screw Over Tom's members only show, but the one Friday night or whatever it was, Thursday, whenever, when I said this show has a real Aaron and April vibe to it, what I meant by that was Liz was trying to do the show and you were giving her static the whole time. That's what I meant by that. That was the vibe. Chris said Liz did it on purpose. Oh, did she now? Hey. I don't like to cast aspersions. And I don't like to play into stereotypes, you know. But that's just what I'd expect from a Hooger. Just saying. I am just saying. These Hoogers, you hang out with these Hoogers, and that's the way they are. Abels. Let's see here. Uncle Jack said, yeah, that was all Liz. Chris Abels says, I was laughing, brother. Chris Abels says, John's Earmites, good afternoon. Reverend Wild Bill is here. I was telling some people in the chat room, whose was it? It was Bob and Gina. Gina was talking about wanting to go to seminaries and stuff, and I told him Reverend Wild Bill does all that cemetery, haunted house stuff. Chris Abels is laughing about the Hoogers. Laugh now. But boomers say the dumbest things, says Terry Nee. I disagree. I think the boomers say the smartest things. What up, my Hooga? Toby McGroby says, it's not in our nature. It's not in my nature. Your nature? Well, I don't even know what that means. If you said that to me, well, it's just not in his nature. What the hell does that mean? What is your nature? What? It's retarded. It's just, that's not in my nature. Well, no, clearly it is. Let's see here. I'm Polish and I do have trouble with light bulbs. No big deal. Well, hopefully you have friends to help you. You can count them and tell us how many it took. Diana Jean O'Brien is with us. For those of you who don't know, Diana has gone through a very, 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 very troubling time recently and hasn't been around quite so much. And I just want to say, Diana, we're all with you. I hope you're doing well. I hope your family is doing well. And it's very, very, very good to see you, Diana. Very good to see you. She's from over there in the UK, Shrewsbury, Shropshire, you know. Uncle Jack is laughing. Chris Abels, oh man, you didn't have to do that. This is for Tom Gully and the Indiana Hoogers. Well, see right there, that amount you could buy new teeth for half the people in Indiana with $20. Thank you, Chris Abels. I appreciate that. It was very nice of you. Jokerfish is laughing. Red Wild Bill says, I'm native and I have problems with stupid. Don't we all? One love, Diana. Can't fix stupid. No, you cannot fix stupid. Toby McGrovey says, Diana, we haven't seen you in a bit. And we love you, Diana. We really do. We're thinking about you. And I hope you're doing well. Really do hope you're doing well. What we got here? We have a solitary Facebook viewer. Well, it's Diana Jean O'Brien. Everybody's favorite Brit in this room. And we are glad to see her. Always glad to see her. And we're always glad to see Next of Kin, starring Patrick Swayze. Remember when those hats were popular? With your duster jacket. You always had to wear your duster jacket with that hat. Let's see here. Our good friend Diana says, thank you so much for your kind words. Means so much. I'm getting there with great love and support from family and friends. Well, that's good to hear. Just take it easy. No bonuses for anxiety. Just remember the good times. Chris Abel says, great movie. Yeah, I know. I'm watching all the soccer match highlights when I'm done with this. They're 10 to 15 minutes a game. So I probably have 10 of those to watch. And then I'm watching Next of Kin. Hey, Diana, says Wild Bill. Wild Bill's got a variety of names. Angry Snowballs, good to see you here, says Tom Gully, Dave Daffler, Chris Abels, some of the most hilarious comments in the TSN chat. You guys could have a chat-only comedy show of your own. Love you all. Am I broken? No, you're not broken. Turn on your gifted memberships, though. And thank you. That's very, very, very kind of you. Very, very much appreciated. Angry Snowballs, thank you. You rock. Oh, by the way, like, share, subscribe, notification bell, retweet. Well, we don't do Twitter anymore because they want me to pay for verification. Not doing that. Some of these platforms are like, hey, jump through these hoops so you can provide us with free content. What? You ought to be kissing my rear end, you know? And by the way, we did have a bunch of people from Twitter watching this show. You know, not enough for me to give them $45. But, let me see. Hubby's having his knee replacement on Tuesday, so that's a bonus for us. The future is bright. There you go. And he'll have some good meds. You need to get a couple of those for yourself. Have a hot toddy and a pill. And anyway, Terry Nee says, all that soccer and 5 minutes of highlights. No, it's like 15 minutes of highlights. Incidentally, it's the same length as the NFL games for the highlights. NFLs are also 10 to 15 minutes. So, hey guys, bless you all. Bless you, Diana. It is so good to see you. I was thinking about you the other day. The Reverend Wild Bill says, the great Tom Gully. Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. Reverend Wild Bill is double screening. He's on Facebook and on YouTube. Diana Jean O'Brien. She'll make you a fish and chip now. I'm telling you. I don't even know if any Dabbleverse stuff has gone on this weekend. I'm assuming John is not back because there would have been emergency shows like crazy. Uncle Jack said, Tom, did you start a Rumble channel? I have a Rumble account, but I haven't started a channel. No. Sometimes I feel like, you can be in too many places. If you're only available in like a couple of places, then everybody comes through there. For instance, my Twitter. It was great that we got those views, but those views don't show up on my YouTube as views and for Twitter. And also they can't super chat, they can't get a membership, and they can't chat in the chat room. So it's like, maybe I need to herd everybody through where I want them to go. John Ziermites, Stuttering John was actually just on with his boring political show. Oh, John was back today with his boring political show? Did he comment at all on, look, everyone, if you could just ignore the avalanche of things I actually said while talking to a 24-year-old girl that I can't take back or pretend I didn't say. Wild Bill says, I double screen because I can. Diana Jean O'Brien says, I'm going over to YouTube. Well, you do whatever you want, Diana. Well, you can hold down the fort there on Facebook, you and Bill. Do whatever you want. Knock yourself out. That's the thing. How do you take all that back? How in the hell do you take all that back? Uncle Jack said, I started one, but haven't done much with it. My particular taste and sense of humor is more suited for Rumble. I was on Cut of the Jib last night on Rumble. It's wild. I try with Rumble. I'll go over there if Shuli does something but man, there's just something about it that's just not, that I don't love. Oh boy. I almost screwed up this microphone royally. So I'll be streaming over there soon. Not safe for work. Well, that's cool. Let's see here. Reverend Wabula said, I like the hat, Tom. Oh, my Law Enforcement Academy hat. Hey, it gets better than that. Hold on. Whoops. How about that? Yeah, you guys didn't know I used to work with the police, did you? Didn't know that, did you? All right. Julian Zeezer says, all these sites build market share, then hit their users with the updated TOS that makes them just like every other advertiser-driven site. Kind of. I mean, it's like all these sites that aggregate podcasts and then start demanding things of you. It's like, wait a minute. You grabbed my podcast feed from my RSS feed, and that's why it's there. I want people to use it for that. But people aren't coming to your site for anything but the content that you aggregate from creators. So don't take my thing, put it on your site, and then 6 months later go, hey, if you want people to continue to have free access, you need to pay for this or do that or do that. It's like, I was writing my notes, say, take all my stuff off your site. Wait a minute. Why would you should make it easier, not harder, for people to create content if you're a thing like this. And they got a big job and a tough job, which is enforcing all those copyrights, but not my problem. The official Tim Gully hat. Yes, it's official. Like Stitcher. Exactly, Toby McGroby. Exactly. Now, if it's just an aggregation site and they're not making any money off it, kind of just traffic or whatever, or when you play my show, there's no ads, fine. You start putting ads on it, and I need to get a piece of that pie. You know. Diana O'Brien said, ooh, guess I might not have membership anymore. Would somebody please? Well, turn on your memberships. Maybe somebody will. Yeah, they run ads on it too. Stitcher, they do. Yeah, that's why the big people on Stitcher go, hey, you want me on here? You better cut me in. Exactly. Uncle Jack says, agreed. Why stifle the creators putting content on their sites? I know. It's like they're not coming here for anything but that content. So, Diana, you might catch a free membership. You sure might, Diana. You know, hang around here. I guarantee you within a week, you'll have a free membership. But make sure they're turned on. I don't know how the free memberships work. It's like if people donate them during the show and there's some left over, do those carry over or do we start anew the next program? I don't know. Nobody tells me anything. Who we got here that's been John Ziermites, of course, Chris Abels, of course, which was just spectacular, and then the Reverend Wild Bill. I thought of Chris Abels yesterday because on TSN, Bob was at a graveyard and he saw a headstone for Albert Fish. I don't think it was the Albert Fish, but it made me think of Killing with the Abels. I think it starts new with each show. Diane O'Brien says, I've so missed your life, Tom Gully. They're not going anywhere, man. You can rewatch them. They're all just sitting there, except the one they took down about an hour ago. Or however long it was. I don't know. Redmond Bill says Chris Abels got tore up last night. I didn't watch last night's show. I watched Thursday or Friday, whatever it was. Chris Abels says, shh, Reverend Wild Bill. Well, if it isn't Liz, I was feeling for Liz on, was it Thursday night? Is it Thursday night? It might have been Thursday night. It was Thursday or Friday, one of the two. Because she was trying so hard to read the thing, and what was the name of the guy? It was it Nickerson? The guy's last name, and it just man, it was crazy. Uncle Jack say, the Reverend Wild Bill and I find that hard to believe. Chris Abels is a saint. Terry Nee, member for 4 months. Better use my free comment before Tom quits or CXL. I don't know what the CXL is. Cancel, maybe? I don't know. You didn't miss anything, Tom. Hi, homie. What was it? Homie, don't play that. The Abels boss is here now. Have you put any movies lately, Tom? Well, Diana, we tried to do one just a little while ago, but they took it down. The Terror, 1963, Jack Nicholson, Boris Karloff. It's public domain, but they took it down. So, and we did one last week. We did DOA last week. So, Uncle Jack says, "Homie, don't play that." Homie says, "I try my best always." Liz has trouble reading. Takes forever. Well, that's what I meant by it was an Aaron and April vibe, because Liz is trying to do the show, and Chris was just, you can't say that. It was Knickerbocker. That was what it was. Liz. Thank you, Uncle Jack. Uncle Jack, homie was spiking his drinks last night. Ooh, man. Wow. Party poopers. Don't forget Dick Miller. I never forget Dick Miller. Oh, I see what you mean. Sandra Knight and Dick Miller. Known as, in this movie, Richard Miller. So, happy birthday, Diana. Cheers. So that's what's going on. They turned it off. I don't want to take no chances and have my get a copyright strike. So we're going to have to figure something else out. Typically, when I do one of these, it just tells me, hey, this isn't a copyright strike. We're just letting you know that claims have been made on the thing that you played. If you want, you can take the video down. You can mute the music part, because it's always music that's copyrighted. Or you can cut it out of the show completely. I always cut it out. Well, Bill. People saying hi. Most cheerful chat room on the internet is verified by independent sources. By the way, like, share, subscribe, notification bell, whatever you do. We also have, we're monetized, so you can super chat or give gifted memberships. And if you're in here, turn on your gifted memberships, because that's, way to get a freebie. Let's see. Homie Bill Cosby to you last night. Yeah, she drugged your pudding pop. People saying hi. Uncle Jack says, Chris Abel, lucky bastard. And he's laughing. Jokerfish, haha. Let's see here. It was West Side Shawnee Boy's fault. Always is. Diane O'Brien says, you Gullarinos are ace. Thanks, Diana. Uncle Jack, yes. Homie always interrupts poor Chris. I don't think that's accurate. Chris Abel says, thank you, Terry Nee, having my back. Uncle Jack says, I need to clip that burp and add it to my drops. Oh, I'll get a better one for you here shortly. Manos, the Hands of Fate is public domain. I know it is. I was just reading a huge list of public domain movies earlier, and that is one of them. But I'm just so terrified because even though the movie's copyright may have lapsed, the music people are really good about the rights of the stuff they've done. And so there's always some music that's not public domain. Liz says, I feel like people aren't seeing me at my best. I try not to stab Chris live on YouTube. I wouldn't know. Liz, I don't know. At some point, at some time, you're going to have to say, okay, everybody, this is me at my best, so that I'll know what that is, and then I can judge. But right now, you're doing fine. It's really bad. Manos Hand of Fate is one of the best Mystery Science Theater movies they ever did. Julian Caesar says it's not as good as... Okay. Uncle Jack says, homie, don't play that. I say, release the Kraken. Terry Nee says, Tom, I have monkey question. Go ahead and ask your monkey question. Red Wild Bill says, Liz, you were great today, even with Chris Abel's hindering you. LMAO, thank you, Tom. I don't know what you're laughing about, but What do I know? And I had such good snacks picked out for today's movie. I think we ended up getting close to half of that movie before they finally. I have these incredible pre-shelled chili roasted pistachios. Big ass bag of them. Big bag. Chili roasted. Very good. And then I have this generic store brand Walmart beef jerky. Let's see here. Where's the monkey question that I'm waiting on here? Let's see. Kraken at our local pub is a strong spirit. Isn't that the hockey team in Seattle too, or something? Skull. I do have the Kraken sound effect. Release the Kraken. I do have that. Thank you, Wild Bill. I'm glad you joined us. Yes. I like how Liz starts doing, the story of one of these horrific serial killers. But she hasn't actually read the full background on him, and so she'll be like, was born in some Jeffersonville, North Carolina in 1934, and blah, 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 attended the military, and then when he got out, blah, 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 and then so they settled down, and then, oh God, I didn't realize it was this bad. Their relationship began to take a turn for the worst. And so it was on the April the 19th of 1967 that, oh my God, I didn't realize it was this bad. I don't know if I should read this. Let's see here. Uncle Jack says, I'll be cracking open some brewskis later tonight. Oh, it's Sunday night. All right. Terry Nee says, don't tell me she never died. Her and Dick Miller were trying to kill off the old man. No. Not what happened. Jokerfish, did the monkey chase the weasel? I don't know. Chris asks it better than me. The monkey question? Tom. Jokerfish. Wild Bill. Liz had a good one today. Wesley Dodd. They always have messed up. No, look at that. Wesley. Unless his name was just Wesley, but they all have messed up names. Toby McGroby says, reacting in real time, the black lady in bottles of Pepsi. I don't know what you're watching. Jack Nicholson actually married the ghost lady actress. Sandra Knight, he actually married her. I'm over here now. Hey, I'm over here now. Let me see here. Did Jackie actually marry that broad? She was in a lot of B movies and TV shows and stuff. She was never, she was one of those actresses in the 60s that was an actress because she was hot. She really couldn't necessarily act. Didn't matter. It just didn't matter. Well, yes, she was married from 1962 to 1968 to Jackie Nicholson. What do you know about that? Damn, that's 6 years. That's a long time, brother. And they have a daughter, Jennifer Nicholson. So she was in Thunder Road with Robert Mitchum. She was Frankenstein's daughter in Frankenstein's Daughter, Tower of London, The Terror, and Bloodbath. Television-wise, Sandra Knight was in State Trooper, Tales of Wells Fargo, which was just an episodic thing that had millions of episodes. One Step Beyond, which was a science fiction show. Bourbon Street Beat, which was related to Hawaiian Eye, 77 Sunset Strip, maybe one other. They were all related. They were all in the same world. They would cross over and stuff. Goodyear Theater, which was sort of a different play, if you will, every week. The Man from Black Hawk, Tate, The Rebel, which starred Nick Adams, who died early, I think drinking. Laramie, she was on Laramie. Love that show. Wagon Train, Surfside 6, which is also related to Bourbon Street Beat, Hawaiian Eye, and 77 Sunset Strip. Surfside 6, where is it? Surfside 6, who lives there? On Miami Beach. Anyway, The Tall Man, and then The Tall Man, by the way, was a series about Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. It was stupid. And I'm Dickens, He's Fenster, which starred John Aston. So Sandra Knight, where's she from originally? Wow, it doesn't even say. Goes right into her career. Doesn't tell where she was born or nothing. Yep. So there you go. All right, let's see. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here I didn't get to. Let's see. Goes the weasel. Shawnee Dodd. Okay. Aku says a pox upon the team at YouTube responsible for the notification system. Sorry, Wesley Allen Dodd. Okay. If they have three names, that's bad. Jack married any broad placed in front of him. I don't know. He did a pretty good job, if you ask me. Old Jack Nicholson did a pretty good job. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Was Springsteen in Thunder Road? I don't know. No, Robert Mitchum. The screen door slams, Mary's dress waves. Like a vision, she dances across the porch as the radio plays. Roy Orbison singing for the lonely. Hey, that's me and I want you only. Don't turn me home again. I just can't face myself alone again. Don't run back inside, Mary. You know just what I came for. Scared and you're lonely, and maybe you just ain't that much anymore. Show a little faith. There's Matt. You ain't a beauty, but hey, you're all right. Yeah. Whoa, come take my hand. I'm riding out tonight to chase the promised land. Oh, Thunder Road, oh, Thunder Road. Okay, Uncle Jack. Okay, I'm back here now. That's right, Bill. West Side Shawnee. Wasn't much going on over there. Well, that's pretty much our show. I do have news about Dr. Pepper coming early 2025. Blackberry. Oh, count me in on that. Shawnee did look a lot like Wesley Allen Dodd. Scary. Shawnee looks like a lot of people that just had their head shaved for, pre-death row. She's from Philadelphia. Well, I like her anyway. Aku, is that for real? Julian Zezer says, may YouTube notification system be overrun by locusts. Yes, may the YouTube notification system be sat on by a yak. The payphones are not open. We don't have any freaking payphones. I am glad you're laughing at that because I don't think anybody else has. The payphones thing is just not. I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to start there, but it's not. I said the same thing, Tom. 3 names equals killer. Yeah, John Wilkes Booth. Lee Harvey Oswald. Yeah, I don't know what the payphone thing's supposed to be doing. I'm trying to work with you on it, but it's just not. I don't think it's catching on. We need Tom Gully rapping Springsteen lyrics. I just did. Yeah. This ride, it ain't free. The door's open, but this ride ain't free. It's a town full of losers, and we're pulling out of here to win. Let's see here. My dad loves Roy Orbison. Have you ever heard him play the song Shadaroba? If you can, give a listen to Roy Orbison singing Shadaroba. Now, I would play Shadaroba for you, but I'd get lit up like a firecracker by YouTube. My YouTube only acts up at night. Must be the crickets. Buddy Holly and the crickets. Reverend Wild Bill says, Reverend Wild Bill, 3 names I guess I fed in if I'm a serial killer. Reverend Wild Bill. Yeah? Although Reverend Wild Bill could also be like a gunslinger or a famous buffalo hunter. Something a little Old West about that. I love Shawnee. Man, I wouldn't let that guy sort my sock drawer. Neither is the other phone line that you advertise in the crawl. What? First of all, I'm not advertising anything. And that is the number. And no, it's not open. Let's see. Terry Nee says, as a Ute, Jack broke Philly. Really? Oh, Uncle Jack? I can believe that. Wore it out. Didn't wash it off for the next guy. Haku says, homie, yes, it was a direct announcement from Dr. Pepper. Not one of his nurses or the office manager. It's from the doctor himself. He was on a prescription sheet. I can't wait for Dr. Pepper Blackberry. That's just me. Aku, yay. Terry Nee, true story. True story. He did break it. Aku says, I've also seen shots of spiced bourbon flavor, which sounds amazing. However, if I'm fairly certain it's a fake. Yeah, it is a fake. I saw something else that was bourbon or whatever recently, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, I don't think they're going to sell me bourbon-soaked pulled pork. Liz says, I don't think I have, Tom, but we'll definitely check it out. I don't remember what I was talking about now. Uncle Jack says, Terry Nee, you should call into the show. Ask your monkey question. Put it in the chat. I'm not opening the phone lines today. Toby McGrovey says, I'm borrowing that phrase, sock drawer. I couldn't believe it when I found out Roy Orbison was only 52 when he died. He looked much older. You're kidding me. Only 52? You gotta be joking. You have got, I'm going to check that out. How old was that? Let's see, 88 minus 36. 8 minus 6 is 2. Wow, he was only 52. How is that even possible? Because he looked 70. That dude looked 70 years old. That black and white night concert, Roy Orbison with like Elvis Costello and Bruce Springsteen and Tom Waits and all those people. He looks 70. And he acts like he's all jacked up and everything. Jokerfish invoking little George. Oh, for the love of Mike. Little George Thorogood being invoked. 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, 1 beer. Aku, probably not true. Aku says, that said, I'll be making a batch of Dr. Pepper wine shortly. I have to bottle the wine and cider and start a mead next weekend. Homie says, I'm serious as a serial killer, Tom. Well, which one? Some of those guys were real crack-ups. Homie, I'll post the pic in Discord for you. I don't have a Discord. Some people told me I should get one, but I can't even get people to come to the show. What am I Discord for? Uncle Jack says, I'm 50. That means I have a little over 1 year left. No, you don't know that. You could have less. Anyway, Joker says, the road is hard on the body. The way is long and many a winding road. Tony says, and now you know the rest of the story. John Lee Hooker, Tom, you mean a boom, 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 a haw, 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 haw. Loves me some John Lee Hooker. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to push you right down, right on your feet. Take you home with me. Put you in my house. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway. Diana O'Brien says Roy was probably one of those kids in high school who somehow looked old. Yeah, he looked like 35 when he was 18, and he looked 35 when he was 50. I love those people. Angry Snowball says the name Reverend Wild Bill alone should be enough to keep the neighbors out of your yard. A name that ends with the sound of a revolver being cocked. Let's see here. Aku says also the Blackberry DP will also have a zero sugar variation. Well, you're damn right it will. You're damn right it will. Aku, okay. I have always like 4, 5, 6 varieties of zero drinks in my refrigerator. Like a bunch. I mean, the whole bottom shelf of my refrigerator is nothing but soda. And I was at the grocery. I went to the Walmart 2 days in a row because I went and got a bunch of stuff yesterday morning. I got home, put it all away, and then I was like, I didn't get any snacks. I didn't get any side dishes. I didn't get any this or that or this. So I had to go again this morning. But yesterday morning when I got my soda, I usually get 2 12-packs of whatever. I'm already backed up. I got too much here. So I said I'll just get one. And I've been getting so much exotic crap that I decided you just need to get something normal. So I got Coke Zero. Man, count me in on that Blackberry Dr. Pepper Zero. Randy says, I vaguely remember Roy Orbison's family died in a car crash. I don't know anything about that. I wasn't near them. Jokerfish says, 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, and 1 beer is a John Lee Hooker song. Well, I'm sure it is, but nobody knows that. They know the George Thorogood song. Homie says, you'd be surprised at the Golden Girls ages during the taping. I nearly choked on my cheesecake. I know. It's like... American Graffiti. All those actors are supposed to be in high school. Richard Dreyfuss was like 40 or something. I mean, that was, yeah. It's in the Discord, homie. Tagged you to it. Terry Nee says Coke is $3.49 now. Done. $3.49 for what? A 2-liter? Because I can get a 12-pack of Coke Zero or Coke, the price is the same, for like $7, between $7 and $8 for 12-pack. Randy seems like it to me too. Blackberry brandy's good to have around. Yeah, my grandma used to make blackberry wine and blackberry brandy. Used to get in there and have a snort once in a while. My mom, my dad, and all my older relatives. You want some blackberry brandy? I made it myself. Elderberry wine, other kind of wine, dandelion wine. Julian Zezer says we have a sugar tax here, and they even apply it to sugar-free stuff and to seltzer water. Well, see, that's just asinine. You got a sugar tax, and you pay a sugar tax for stuff without sugar. Go to blazes. Diane O'Brien says, is it a bank holiday where you are, Tom? It is here in the UK. Well, no, it's not, because it's Sunday here. So every Sunday is a bank holiday here in the United States. Banks aren't open on Sundays. There might be some that I'm just blissfully unaware of, but by and large, they're not open on Sunday. Terry Nee says, forced to drink a full soda in a can. I stopped buying cans. All right. What you got against cans? It's like the perfect amount. Can't reseal it. I know. I understand. You can't reseal it and all that good stuff. But I enjoy a can. I get great satisfaction and enjoyment from an aluminum can. Is that because I used to write all the advertising for the Aluminum Council? Of course not. The bottles take longer to get cold, and they hold cold, the plastic bottles, for not that long. Aluminum cools quicker and holds the cold longer. And I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but the aluminum cans have a taste more similar to a fountain because they keep the soda more energized, and you get the finish, the bite, the finish, which you don't get except for the first few minutes on a plastic bottle. I remember when I used to buy 2 liters of soda, like get a pizza and I get a liter, and I drink the liter, and it's just a lot to drink. And then if you didn't drink the whole thing, the next day the soda was, it's drinkable. The day after that, barely. The day after that, you might as well pour it out. And now they have that black bottom on them. They're not clear plastic on the bottom anymore. So once it gets below that black insert for the bottom, you can't tell how much you have left. And if you have Coke and you look in the refrigerator and you see that black, you're like, oh, that's the Coke. No, it's not. It's that thing on the bottom. I call that a Beva Mirage because it gives you a false sense of, Tyler Schollenberger from the Quad Cities is here. He says, hello, Tom. Hello, Tyler Schollenberger. Aku says, I work on a lot of aluminum cans. Sorry, Ford trucks. But I use aluminum bottle holders. You got like aluminum koozies. Lucas Malago says, glass is where it's at. But aluminum is part of a well-balanced diet. Part of the 24 flavors of Dr. Pepper. It is. Metallic. Terranese says, spitting backwash at the bottom. Yeah, the backwash. Would you get backwash from anything? Get it from anything. Diane O'Brien says, I like a cold glass bottle of Desperado or two. Glass is great, but glass is not that reusable, and glass is dangerous. Happy to be here. Well, we're 8. I'll just go ahead and put it in the room too here. I haven't been keeping track of the Pot Awful cult lately. I don't know what's going on there. I think I saw something recently. I was watching something that I really wanted to watch, but then they went behind the Pizza Fun wall or whatever. Okay. John Ziermites, ooh, Black Bottom Ramble. Ooh, oh, Black Bottom Ramble. Ram-a-lam, oh, Black Bottom Ramble, ram, oh, Black Betty had a child, bam-a-lam, the damn thing ran wild, bam-a-lam, oh, bam-a-lam, oh, Black Betty, bam-a-lam, oh, Black Betty. I have a vivid recollection of hearing Black Betty in the cafeteria in my high school, and all the people came over our radio station, which is piped in over speakers in the cafeteria, and everybody was singing this song in the whole cafeteria. There we go, Diana. Those are musical notes. Angry Snowball says, Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, John Lee Hooker. My wife does not understand why I listen to that. Well, you got to throw in Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, John Lee Hooker. There's one other one. Let me see here. Let me see here. Let me just see here. Fathers and Sons, Muddy Waters. Let's see here. Blues. Not Taj Mahal. Let's see here. W.C. Handy. Wow. Okay, I'm not doing it that way then. I had all of the Fathers and Sons albums. You hunk of crap. God, Google Chrome really does suck. Great song. Terry Nee says, I worked at a Coca-Cola bottling plant one summer. All I could drink. Lost a sugar foot. Just lop it off when you're leaving the factory one day. Got a little, kind of like one of those blood pressure check machines for a quarter. They got a foot amputator there. Angry Snowball says, I like to play her iTunes, which she likes, then play her the original blues versions from decades earlier. Blues lyrics are so cool. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get a. Let's see if I can get his little witch bang. A Muhammad Jean, man, said. Here, Muddy Waters, Fathers and Sons album. All they've got here is the Muddy Waters one, but there's one with Howlin' Wolf and there's one with John Lee Hooker. And am I frozen? Is that what's going on here? All right, so you got all these pompous British wannabe blues rock and roll stars like Eric Clapton. And they're in the one, I think it might be Howlin' Wolf that sings Little Red Rooster. And they've got the studio, sound. Like the guys talking in the studio. And they're talking about doing Little Red Rooster. And Howlin' Wolf is like really adamant that he does not want to play his guitar. He just wants to sing the song. And Eric Clapton said, no, it'd be a lot better if you play it, because you know how to do it. It's more authentic and it's one of the most humiliating, dismissive things I've ever heard. Because here's Howlin' Wolf, I think, in the studio with all these mega rich superstar guys that are popular musicians, Bloomfield, Butterfield, I think might have been in there. And I know Clapton was, because he's the one that, even to this day, I cannot stand to hear Eric Clapton talk about the blues. I can barely stand to listen to him play the blues because his riffs are so derivative and boring. But when he talks about it, I just want to put a knitting needle through my ear. But the blues is like a derivative. Shut up. You're British. You love John Mayhall. You think John Mayhall is the blues. So anyway, no, it'd be a lot better if you play it because it's more authentic and it's just a lot better. And he goes, man, all you got to do is 1, and he plays the chord, 2, plays the chord, 3, plays the chord. Man, that's all you got to do. And then it just goes into the song, and you can't hear Howlin' Wolf playing on it. Everybody else is playing on it. And he's, I'm going to see my little red rooster. He goes right through the whole thing. So it's really cool. Jokerfish says, I got the train going by. No kitty cat blues. Oh, Lordy. Angry Snowball says, I was surprised when the little lady got on board with my Tom Waits affliction. Hey, I got all the Tom Waits. People that don't like Tom Waits, I feel sorry for. I just feel sad for them. Blue-Eyed Blues. Yeah? What does they call it? The Blue-Eyed Soul. There was also Blue-Eyed Soul. Diana Bryan is laughing. Man, all you got to do is 1, 2, 3. It was just so... it's like, yeah, thanks for paying me all this money to come over and do this album of my oldest songs that I've been playing for 40 years with you. But now I'm telling you, I don't want to have to play my acoustic guitar during Little Red Rooster. I just want to sing the song. And if you can't cop a 3-chord progression for Little Red Rooster, he was just so, yeah. Derivative is so redundant and pedantic. Yeah. I don't know why people keep repeating all the derivative things. I really don't know why they do that. You don't see my little red rooster. Let me see if I can find this. This is just pissing me off. I gotta find out what this is. I do like Clapton's music. I'm sorry, Tom. Now, I didn't say I didn't like Eric Clapton's music. I don't like it when he plays the blues. Big difference. I like a lot, actually, of Eric Clapton's music. I just don't like it when he plays the blues. What was I going to look up here? This thing's twerking me off here. What's this? What's this I see? Daughter of Kansas City chief owner's SMU dorm room goes viral. Well, if it's a Chiefs owner, it's going to be one of the Hunt kids. She'll be a cheerleader at SMU this fall. Ava Hunt, 19, is a legacy at the Hilltop. The Hilltop's what they call SMU. Let's see here. Let's see here. Lavishly decorated in pink fabrics, custom bedding, vanity lighting, and neon signs. And the setup quickly went viral. Oh my God. Well, they own FC Dallas, so they're losing money. The Hunt family. I'm so sick of hearing about the Hunt family here in Dallas. Oh, damn it. Now I forgot to look up the thing that I was going to look up. I got to find out the name of that album. Where's 1, 2, 3. John Lee Hooker. Eric Clap. I think Steve Winwood was involved in that whole fiasco too. And I have this album on CD somewhere. Let's see here. Come on. Give me that old one. Yeah, it's not going to do me any favors. Oh no, I know what I was just Howlin' Wolf. Aha, there we go. Howlin' Wolf, Eric Clapton, Little Red Rooster. And that's on an album called, let's see if I can make it big enough here. It says The London Howlin' Wolf Sessions. That's the name of the album. Man, I'd play this false start with dialogue. Let's see what happens. Oh, man, come on. Y'all ain't got nothing to do, but I love that so much. I'll probably get nailed for that. I hope not, but I probably will. Man, y'all ain't got nothing to do but 1, 2. Let's see here. Congrats, Angry. I too was lucky to find a wife with the same discernible taste. Man, I need to get a couple of smoking hot supermodels with bad eyesight and poor judgment and low standards over here. Aku says, and the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Gordon Lightfoot, if you were walking by Gordon Lightfoot's palatial Toronto mansion, and if Gordon Lightfoot's favorite singer was Rod Stewart, and if his favorite Rod Stewart song was Maggie May, and if one of the windows in the palatial mansion was open and you were walking past it, you might hear something like this. You wake up and Maggie, I wish I had something to say to you. It's late September and I really should be back at school and find myself a rock and roll band that needs a helping hand. Oh, Maggie, I wish I'd never seen your face. There you go. There's my Gordon Lightfoot imitation. Chuck Berry wasn't very kind to Keith Richards. Well, you know, a lot of those early rock and roll guys looked at the Stones and all the other people who came after them and were bitter and jealous because they were reaping the benefits of Chuck Berry driving to all his shows in like a 56 whatever and sleeping in the back seat and all that. So, I don't know. Diana Bryan says, I get you, Tom. Thank you, Diana. I was hoping someone would. Hell yes, Aku. Old Gitchy Gumi never gives up her dead. Never gives up her dead. Jokerfish says the New York Giants owner's kid became a famous actress. Who? Give me the name of him. Earmites, oddly, an easygoing song to make new lyrics for. Diana Bryan says, can't stand Jerry Lee Lewis, big-headed, and other obvious reasons spring to mind. Well, yes. 13-year-old bride, happened to be his cousin. Jokerfish says, traffic was great. They didn't get along. No, they didn't, but they were great. Angry Snowball says, yeah, Mr. Earmites, I Nighthawked at the diner her into submission. I'm telling everyone listening to this program right now, if you have not heard the album by Tom Waits called Nighthawks at the Diner, you need to stop doing whatever you're doing now, which I guess is watching this show, and go listen to it start to finish. Nighthawks at the Diner, limos 49er. It's a rendezvous with strangers around the coffee and the date. Oh, man, it's so good. Everything on that album is so good. It's amazing. It is recorded in a recording studio, but set up like a live bar for 2 nights. And the best of it's all. It's amazing. Nighthawks at the Diner, Tom Waits. If I had to pick 5 CDs to take with me on a desert island, that would be one of them. Here, take one of mine, Tom. Take one of your what? Joker Fish with the heavy metal hand. We got some music and whatever. Recently at work, we were talking about GNR songs. $150 is No One Ever Heard My Michelle. Guns N' Roses? I don't know anything about them. Angry Snova says, wow, Gordon Lightfoot and Foghorn Leghorn, great impressions. Thanks. That was pretty good, Tom. It's not easy as it sounds. No, it's not. New York Giants daughter Rooney Mara she's pretty hot. Angry says, holy crap, you do Tom Waits also? Fantastic. Oh, I sure do. If you haven't heard that, your life ain't right. It really isn't. It really isn't. It really isn't. Warm beer and cold women. Yeah, I just don't fit in. And every joint I stumble into tonight, that's just how it's been. All these double knit strangers, gin and vermouth. Yeah. All right, kids, it is Sunday. I'm sure you guys got a lot of Sunday things to do. God knows I do. Those soccer highlights aren't going to watch themselves. Winwood has written amazing songs for other artists. He has. Tough listen sometimes, but he's. I have to back to work. Back to work with you, Aku. Please be careful. Please be safe. Don't. We don't want to hear about you're missing a finger or you dropped an engine block on your head, or just be safe, please. Please be safe. Is there any other shows on right now? Is there a Rico or anybody else going on? Anybody else doing stuff? Anybody else doing things about stuff? I got in trouble one time because the account executive wrote a real super ultra vague job request. So I just made the headline for is post-nut clarity real? What in the name?
How long should a quickie last?
I mean, wait, are we both trying to reach orgasm or does it matter?
Yeah, just trying to make it a quick one. It depends. It doesn't matter. Trying to just finish it.
15 minutes.
15 minutes, I feel like it's pretty legit.
I think that's fair. We all know that sometimes it takes later.
I'll be watching that later. I'm trying to see if the Shuli Network's doing anything here. They were showing some Perry Caravello that Bob was on. He delivered a bed or something, and I actually could watch it because Bob was on it and there was kind of a joke going on. But I got to tell you, man, I don't see anything scheduled here. That Perry Caravello, the screaming, I can't do it for more than 5 minutes. I don't know. Thanks for the fun, Tom. One love chat. Just sanding primer today. Oh, okay. No idea what that means. Actually, I do. You put primer down, now you're sanding it. All right, whatever. Everyone say goodnight, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. 100% at Terry Nee. I can confirm it's real. Levies are on at 4 p.m. Eastern, which is about 15 minutes from now. Angry Snowball says, I'm playing Nighthawks as soon as the car ride out of the show is over. Thanks, Tom. I needed this. Nighthawks is good. Is it as good as Next of Kin? Actually, it is. They're probably about the same level of goodness. And they're that same level of 80s, totally unbelievable cop movie where there's just shootings and crazy jumping off things and it's almost like the police and the criminals are having a war. What's the deal with my thing locking up here? I'm not digging this being all locked up crap. Can you guys hear me? Come on. Do I know what nightcore music is? I don't. Man. I'm telling you what. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Are we just done? Is this over now? I hate StreamYard so badly, it's not even funny. Okay. I'm pretty locked up here for some reason. Let me go on my phone and check and see whether they ding me for something. What the hell? I'm sensing that we're just locked up beyond all reason here. Let's just see, I suppose. Live. Are you kidding me? Did they just take me down again? Are you kidding me? Well, I don't even know if I'm on right now, so I think we're done here. All right. Yeah. Let's see what the hell we got on here. Oh, God. I don't know what Nightcore music is. Audio's fine. Great. I couldn't see any of these responses, by the way. My computer completely locked up. Thank you, StreamYard. And now I've got like a very low stream signal. StreamYard just sucks. I don't know why I pay for this. I could go back to OBS, and of course then you don't have super chats, but can you hear me? No, I can't. I've got to read it myself. Audio is good. Just audio. Video frozen. Radio waves are free and clear. Audio wide open. The picture says it might be a little funny. No one talk. I can hear you, but visual lock. No back screen here this time. Major Tom has been lost. See you guys. Diane, great to meet you. Okay, so I don't understand why Tom doesn't have a much larger following. Have to get TSN to do a live raid. Maybe. I don't understand why Look, I'm not looking for a giant following, but more than I got. And we were there. We were getting there for quite some time, and then all these shows had to change their friggin' times. I don't understand. I don't think they understand how that doesn't benefit them and it doesn't benefit anybody else. To just nobody else can establish an everyday, every time. Because it's like, no, if you do this properly, everything is divided and it's separate so that it builds, and you can do one thing and then another thing, and you can plan your day around, their show starts at this time. Can't do that. My show sucks. This content sucks. By God, we're on time. Hello, Major Tom. Are you receiving? Turn thrusters on. We're standing by. There's no reply. Can you hear me? Time slot kept changing with TSN. Kept? Try keeps. And that's fine, I guess, but anyway, that's where we were. Now we're... All right, Levy's starting in 3 minutes. I got to get out of here. You're not helping, StreamYard. We'll see you cats and kittens later.